Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Yep, and we are at Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School. It's time for Model Basketball Night on WLAQ. We're glad to have you with us. I am Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin to bring you the call of tonight's games. Whether you're watching on the live stream produced by Northwest Georgia Media or listening on the radio, and we're super excited about another region night of basketball here from Model. It's the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons in our first game. And of course, Ian, Model comes to this game 17-5 overall, 9-1 in region play, and Pepperell comes in 6-15 and 2-7. And obviously, you've got a Model team that's had a lot of success throughout the season. You have a Pepperell team that's had some ups and downs throughout the course of the year, plays really hard, and they would love nothing more to come out here on the floor at Woodard Gymnasium and spoil the night for the Model Blue Devils. So these two teams are going to get after it, no question about it.
Yeah, and the parking lot's packed outside. The bleachers are as well here at Woodard Gymnasium, and it's going to be a clash between Lady Dragons and Lady Devils.
No question about it, and again, we're glad you're here for it. And we'll talk a little bit about, earlier in the season when these two teams have met, because it's happened on a couple of occasions. The first time, Ian, you and I were there, it was in the Christmas tournament. Model ended up having their way in that game 51-24. That was back on December the 17th. And, of course, there's been another region matchup in the regular season. That was back on January the 7th. So earlier in the month, Model was able to pull away in that game and win by 20, 56-36. That game was on the road at Pepperell. And so it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Pepperell makes this time to see if that third time can be the charm. But it's going to be a tough environment, as you mentioned. When I pulled in, I got here a little bit later today than I typically do, and I almost had to pay a little bit because I had to park way back in the back of the parking lot that I normally park in, the normal parking lot, and I understand that you had to park way away.
Oh yeah, I had to make the long walk, but it's a good crowd, as you would expect between two cross-county rivals. So the Dragon fans have come to support their team, and as always, the Shannon faithful are here in droves.
Going to be a lot of folks in blue. There is no question about that. And one of the things that just absolutely blows my mind is that this time next week it's going to be senior night inside this very gymnasium. In the end of the regular season, it's going to be tournament time when you blink your eyes.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. You wait for it all year, it gets here, and then it's over before you know it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. Just wanted to welcome you again. And again, we are at Model High School, home of the Blue Devils, where we're getting ready for some Blue Devils basketball. 2 for the price of 1, as we tell you all the time. Absolutely free. And it's coming up. Let's take a break for 3 minutes. We'll come back and continue to talk about this matchup. Back in 3.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
We welcome you back into live coverage of Model basketball here on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live feed on YouTube. And we'll go ahead and recognize all the crew involved before we jump back into the matchup for our first game. But the crew tonight is as follows. Cameras, Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy. PTZ cameras, Jesse Vitello. Replay will be Caleb Bice. Director is Mike Garrett tonight. And, of course, you're getting commentary courtesy of WLAQ. I'm Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin. Lynn Butler's back at the studio. Grayson Atkins is on the PA. And, of course, Nathan Patterson is the guru of Northwest Georgia Media. So I think that gets everybody recognized right out of the chute. But as we were talking about, Ian, before the break, this model team comes into the game 17-5. They're 9-1 overall. Their last game was a loss. That was actually last night, and it was one of those really tough matchups that they have on their schedule this year for their non-region schedule. They were up at Sonoraville taking on the number 6 team in the state in AA, Sonoraville, and the Phoenix would rise and win that game. 57-43 was the final score in that one. So they're here tonight, back on their home floor, would like to get that taste out of their mouth pretty quickly. I would expect that Model's going to be looking to get off to a hot start here in this game. Yeah,
and that's kind of been in the games where that have been close for them. It's been the slow starts on offense that have kind of held them back, but they can always rely on their defense, and I would expect them to pressure these Pepperell guards and try to get some turnovers and easy transition baskets. But Pepperell does have some really good guards. Caitlin House, Zoe Edge, both have been around the block, and they'll have been prepared well by Emily Clater to handle the full court pressure that the Lady Devils like to implement.
And to your point, Caitlin House, I understand, has scored 1,000 points. She is a junior this year, scored 23 points against Haralson County last week in a game that was a really good game for this Pepperell team. Their last game, however, was earlier in the week. It was a loss at Darlington on Tuesday. Something interesting about their scheduling as far as region games are concerned. They played on the road earlier this week. They're at Model tonight, and their last 2 games will be at Temple and at Hurd next week. So they've played their last home game of the year, and their last 4 region games of the year are all on the road. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but that's tough scheduling
and really against some of the better competition in the region as well. So a backloaded schedule for the Dragons, and that'll start here tonight in Shannon.
No question about it. Very challenging scheduling. Absolutely no doubt about that. So that's a little bit about the matchup that we have for you tonight. The Model Lady Devils come in averaging 47 points a game. Certainly like to set the tone on the defensive side of the floor. They give up just 36 points a game. They're ranked number 7 in the AJC this week. Meanwhile, the Pepperell Lady Dragons, they're averaging about 41 points a game, giving up around 49. And so there's no doubt that Model comes into this game a team that's had the better season. Obviously, the last couple of years have been Sweet 16 trips for this Model team. So not only they have a lot of talent on this team, they've got some players on this team that have been in the playoffs and been in some tough spots. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup between Model and Pepperell coming up tonight.
Yeah, and it's gonna. I think the story of the game will be how Pepperell handles this Model defense. You've got some girls on this Model team, and I'll give you 2 names: August Betts and Eva Pointer. They seem to get a hand on every ball, every loose ball, tons of blocks and steals, and then they let these guards like Javia Samples and Sasha Wood get out and run. But there's a freshman on this squad that has kind of been the most consistent player, if you ask me, and Cam Sanders. She just seems to step up each and every night and find a way. She gets tons of rebounds, and she seems to be in double digits almost every game.
No question about that. She was definitely a lot of the buzz going into the season, and I had heard about her before I'd even seen her put on a Model Lady Devils uniform, and definitely heard that they felt like she was going to be a special player for this team. And then, like you say, right out of the gate has been one of the major contributors players and best players on this team as a freshman. She does not look like a freshman. She does not play like a freshman. There's no doubt that she's definitely one of the things that makes this team go on both sides of the floor.
And she's been fantastic all season. She really has. And then to be a broken record, before every broadcast we talk about the depth of this team as well. So while Sanders and some of the other ladies we named already are big-time contributors and leaders on this team, the roster is deep. There's not a name on this list that we haven't seen step in and contribute in some way throughout this season.
Now, one player that we will not see tonight, I understand Sadie Rotten has some type of an injury, hadn't played. She did not play, from my understanding, in the game last night, and so I'm not sure of the status of that, but I do notice that she's not dressed out for this game, so they will be without her services tonight. And she's one of those players that if you get her open over in the corner from deep, she can hit those three-point shots, so you'll miss her shooting tonight for sure.
Yeah, she's a sharp shooter and will be missed, so it'll be up to some of these other ladies to step up and deliver.
Well, we're just about ready to go. We got about 4 minutes until we start the first game. Again, it's the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons in a Region 6 Class A Division I battle here tonight inside Woodard Gymnasium. We're going to take one more break before we get to that point. And so the only thing we've got left to do here as far as the pregame is concerned, when we come out of the break, we're going to give you the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem, and it'll be time to go. Man, hard to believe. 1 week left of the regular season, and we're about to get things underway here for these games coming up in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break. We'll come back, and we'll continue to set the stage. It's the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons when we come back in 3 minutes.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
just about 30 seconds away from tip-off of this one. Going to get started maybe just a couple of minutes behind schedule today, but almost right on time. And we're glad to have you with us for live coverage of model basketball, whether you're tuning in on the radio on WLAQ or watching on the live stream from Northwest Georgia Media. And again, it's the Model Lady Devils and the Pepperell Lady Dragons about to tip off here. So we're going to have the national anthem in a couple of moments, and then we'll get you the starting lineups, and we'll get things underway here for Model in a Region 6 Class A Division I battle between the tied for number 1 team in the region and the number 6 team. Model Lady Devils currently tied, obviously, with Heard County currently after taking that loss a week ago today. So there are 2 teams in Region 6 Class A Division I with 1 loss, Model being one of them. So they.
Have you done your homework on tiebreakers, Matt? How are they going to flesh that one out?
You know, I need to ask Coach Eccles, because I've asked a couple of people around the community. I've got a couple different answers, so we'll check on that. Here's the national anthem. Tonight inside Woodard Gymnasium. We're going to start with the visiting Pepperell Lady Dragons here tonight, and they will be in their black uniforms with gold letters and numbers and white trim. We're going to start with number 2, Caitlin House, 5'8" junior. We talked about her a lot here in the pregame. Definitely best player on this basketball team. Number 3, Hannah Smith. She is a 5'4" junior, also in the starting lineup tonight. Another really good player there. Number 5, Zoe Edge, a senior. Number 12, Sarah Harris, a sophomore. And rounding out the starting 5 here tonight for the Pepperell Lady Dragons is going to be number 30, Varsity Stroud, a 5'9" junior. Their head coach is Emily Clater. Again, Pepperell comes into the game 6-15 and 2-7 overall. Lost their last game, which was at Darlington earlier in the week, 46-33. Now we'll give you the Model Lady Devils, and we'll get this thing underway. In the starting lineup for your Model Lady Blue Devils tonight, number 1, Cam Sanders, a 6-foot freshman. Number 14, Javius Samples, a 5'5" junior. Also in the starting lineup tonight, you've got number 15, Sasha Wood, a 5'5" junior. Number 21, August Betts, a 6-foot senior. And rounding out the starting 5 tonight for the Model Lady Devils, she scored 10 points in their effort last night up at Sonoraville, Eva Pointer. She is a 5'9" junior, and of course head coach for Model Lady Devils is Sally Eccles. So there's the starting lineups, and Ian, it's about go time.
Let's get it going. Tip off on the way.
So in the circle here for the Pepperell Lady Dragons is going to be Caitlin House. We mentioned to you the uniforms that Pepperell's wearing tonight. Well, let's describe Model for those listening on the radio. They've got their white home jerseys and shorts with blue letters and numbers, and also that red trim that we still haven't
unearthed the mystery there.
Yeah, I never think of it at the correct time. I always think of it when we're here and we see it. There's the tip. We're underway. Javius Samples has the ball, and Model will open up with possession of the basketball. Sasha Wood now to Samples on the right wing side. Right now, Samples sends it back up top to August Betts. Drives in, kicks it left wing side to Sanders. Fires it across. Ball is tipped. House came out with it. Pepperell on the way on the other end. And they're going to back out around the perimeter after quickly getting across the lane. So right out of the gate, you see Pepperell force a turnover on the first possession.
They get that little skip pass by Model, and it was picked off by Caitlin House.
Edge has got the ball on the right wing side, starts to move towards the low block, bounce pass underneath, shot on the way is missed by House, ball is loose, and a whistle is blown by the official.
Yeah, Betts got the rebound there, and Edge was trying to reach in and get the ball, but she went through Betts to get it, so that'll be the first foul of the game.
And so Sasha Wood is going to send the ball in here for the Model offense. We've got 7:17 left, so we're still in the first minute of the first quarter. Nobody has scored yet. Here comes Model the other way. Cam Sanders with it on the left wing side. Ball knocked free by Zoe Edge, and a whistle and a foul. That's going to be her second right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's quick. 2 quick fouls on Edge.
Making sure that's what the call was.
Oh, no. It's
Nope,
going the other way.
All right, so Pepperell will inbound the basketball. Again, we're scoreless here. Just about through with the first minute of the first quarter. They bring it across the midcourt stripe, fire it off to the left wing side to Harris. Now on the left wing, they get it to House. Jacks up the 3 ball. It's on the way, too strong. Tracked down by August Betts. So Model will fire it across to Javia Samples. Looks at the bucket, sends it back out to Sasha Wood. Back to Samples on the right wing, being worked on by House. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It stays with Model.
Samples try to get the bounce pass there to Sanders, deflected away by this Lady Dragons defense.
Wood going to bounce pass into Betts. They work it out around the perimeter. Samples with it up top, sends it over to Sasha Wood. Back to Samples. Still no score in this ball game. Eva Pointer with the basketball, sends it back around to Samples. Bounce pass inside to Betts, drives towards the lane, puts it up twice, misses both shots, and Zoe Edge comes out with a rebound for Pepperell.
Solid defense there by the Lady Dragons, and nobody's yet to get the lid off the basket.
Zoe Edge takes a hard look at the basket for Pepperell, then is going to pass it away to the left wing side. Open 3 in the air is too strong. Couple of good looks so far in this game for Pepperell, but they've not been able to get them to go through.
Yeah, it's tied up there, and the possession arrow is with Pepperell.
So the Dragons get set to inbound the ball. To trigger it in motion is going to be Caitlin House. She does so on the left wing side to Stroud. Now they go back up top to Edge. Edge starts to work inside, kicks it out right wing side, fakes the shot, goes in. There's a quick jump shot, missed. Put back for Stroud, won't go, and Sanders is there for the rebound for Model.
Another good look for Pepperell, just didn't get it to fall.
Sasha Wood on to Samples on the right wing side, nearly got tied up, sent it up top to August Betts, fires it left wing to Sanders, 3 ball in the air, rattles off the rim. Here's the putback for Eva Pointer, and it's through. The first basket of the game.
And those second chance points, something Model gets a lot of with their bigs being really aggressive on the board. A nice job there by Pointer to get the board and the putback.
So 2-0's the score. We got 5:20 left to go in the first quarter. Pepperell's got the basketball. House is going to give it up to Edge, goes to the right wing side. They get it inside to Stroud. Now back up top, all the way around to Edge. No look for her there at the top of the key, so she'll work inside on Sanders. Tries to shake her off, gets it to the rim, but the shot will not fall. She opened up a good look with the fake, but couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, again, Pepperell getting some good looks, just not getting the ball to go down. And they'll get another shot here as that ball went out of bounds off of one of the Lady Devils.
So Hannah Smith to trigger it in motion here for Pepperell from underneath their own basket, and there's a whistle right out of the gate.
I think they got Edge with some kind of pick. That's 2. That is 2 on Edge officially.
Ooh.
She'll have to sit this early with 2 fouls.
That's not a good deal if you're Pepperell. They don't have a very deep bench, and to have one of your best players already in foul trouble this early in the game, that could be a problem.
Could be.
Sasha Wood across the timeline for Model, sends it left wing side. Sanders spins around, lobs it underneath to Betts. She has her pocket pick, goes back to Pepperell.
Yeah, nice help defense there by the Dragons.
Going to send it right wing side, 3 ball in the air, and that one's going to be off the front of the rim. Just barely caught the rim, I believe. Here comes Sasha Wood after the long rebound for Model. Wood going to dribble it towards back to the top of the key, sends it left wing side to Sanders, who gets it underneath, trying to get it to Betts. It is poked free, and that's a travel.
Pointer just got a little too far into the basket there, lost control, and picked up her pivot foot.
And so Pepperell set to inbound the basketball. To trigger it in motion is going to be Hannah Smith. So
here comes the full court pressure.
oh boy. 2-0 your score, by the way. And as Ian mentioned, the pressure is there, and they steal it away right out of the gate. Sanders deflected it. Wood came out with it, missed the shot, though, and Pepperell got it back after a one-and-done possession there for Model after the steal. Ball nearly stolen away again on the half-court trap. They sent it left wing side. She traveled.
Oh, and she's arguing. She doesn't like the call, but I think she took 3 steps.
So Sanders stands in front of the Model bench, bounces it into Sasha Wood. Wood works it across the midcourt stripe here for Model, sends it left wing side. Model leads it midway through the first quarter by a score of 2-0. Not a lot of offense generated by these teams here in the first 4 minutes of the game. Left wing side, they go to Wood. She picks it up, sends it back to Sanders, tries to get it underneath to Wells, who's in off the bench. She's tied up between 2 players. That'll be a jump ball, but Ian, it's staying with Model.
And we're seeing the Dragons on these entry passes down to the block. They're doing a great job putting the double team on and applying pressure, not letting the bigs get any easy looks.
Wood sends it into Samples on the inbound pass, drives in towards the low block, puts it off the glass, misses the shot, and a missed opportunity there for the Blue Devils off the inbound pass. Hannah Smith across the midcourt stripe. Ball poked free by Pointer, but Smith recovers. Pepperell keeps the ball, and that'll be a reach-in foul against Pointer.
Hannah Smith doing a good job handling the pressure so far.
Addie Mathis going to check into the game here in the first quarter for the Model Blue Devils. Just having a little bit of trouble getting in rhythm here in this game, and it's understandable. They played a tough game last night at Sonoraville. Shot on the way, in and out for Pepperell. Wells has got the rebound here for Model. They'll come back the other way quick.
That was another really good look. Ball was halfway down.
Pepperell still searching there to try to get a bucket. Here's Samples underneath, off the glass, too strong. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Pepperell.
Stay on this end. And on the other side, Pepperell's really not giving up a lot of really good looks. Model's having to earn everything they're getting on the offensive end.
So we got 3:07 left to go first quarter. Currently, Model leads it 2-0.
Sasha Wood will go ahead to the bench, and Samantha Betts comes in for her.
Inbound pass to Sanders, up top to Mathis. Little runner on the way, and it's in.
Tell you what, Mathis has got a really good mid-range game.
That was an excellent shot. Just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Model leads it 4-0. And Pepperell hanging tough, but still cannot get the lid off the basket. Had some good looks, as we pointed out a lot over the course of the quarter. They drive baseline, lose the handle, and it's coming back to Model.
Yeah, good defense there, and Smith just had nowhere to go. Lost the ball out of bounds.
So Samantha Betts is going to trot up the floor with it. Goes across to Emmett midcourt, crosses over center court line, gives it off to Addie Mathis in front of the Pepperell bench. Fires it right wing to Wells, underneath to a cutting Sanders off the glass. It won't go, but there's some heavy-duty contact underneath.
Yeah, great execution there. Betts to Wells, and then Sanders slashes to the basket, and there was a good pass from Wells to Sanders, and a good look. She just couldn't get it to fall. She'll get a chance to get to at the free throw line, though.
So Sanders starts her routine at the free throw line with 2 shots, 2:30 left to go in the first quarter. Model leads at 4-0. First shot in the air and through.
She looks like she's done that a time or two.
Yeah, she really does. She looks very comfortable at the free throw line. So one more coming up for Sanders. If she makes this, it'll be a 6-0 run to start the game here for Model, and perhaps counting. Second shot in the air, and that one is through as well. Nice touch on the free throws.
And they're shooting 100%.
That's exactly right. The math is mathing so far, but don't count on it too much further into the game. Harris across the timeline for Pepperell in front of the Model bench. Going to work on Betts, kicks it out right wing side, open 3 in the air, and that one is in. Sarah Harris knocks down the shot, had the look, and you could tell as soon as it left her hands that was going through.
Yeah, that was great. Hannah Smith with a good drive and finds her teammate wide open in the corner. Confident looking 3-point shot.
Cuts the lead in half. Shot on the other end by Samples is through. And you can feel Model starting to get a little offensive rhythm here, Ian.
Yeah, they're executing much better in the half court these last few possessions.
8-3, Model leads by 5. 1:40 left to go in the quarter. Shot is missed on the layup. Betts was there for the rebound for Model. That was Samantha. Gives it off to Sanders, who's on the left wing. Takes a couple of steps in the paint, puts it up, rattles off the rim. Rebound is taken by House. Pepperell will bring it back the other way. A little bit of pressure here from Model.
Not too much. The Pepperell guards have done a good job handling it for the most part in this first quarter.
Samples working on House. House spins around, goes in, misses the shot. Ball ping-pongs off of one of the Model players and back in the hands of Pepperell. Harris with 3 on the way, misses the shot. And Wells was there for the rebound. Pass down to Samantha Betts on the right wing, goes up top to Addie Mathis. Things cleared up for her. Her eyes got big and she kind of hesitated a little bit and shuffled her feet.
Yeah.
I don't think she was expecting the floor to be that open.
It was wide open, yeah. Yep. Just shuffled before she got that first dribble down, and it'll head the other direction.
So Pepperell set to inbound the ball. To trigger it in motion is going to be Brinkley Wheat, the freshman, and off the bench is going to send it into House. And we're under a minute to go in the first quarter with Model leading it 8-3. House sends it left wing side. Wheat's got it, stops, sends it to the top of the key. Now drives, a little give and go. And it's disrupted by the Model defense. Samples came out with the ball. She's across the timeline, sends it left wing side to Betts. Now on to Savannah Minshew. The freshman drives, kicks it out. Samples for 3, and it bounces off the rim and over and through.
Soft shot, catches the front of the rim and gets the kind bounce. Model's first 3 of the ball game.
I'm going to be honest with you. The way that hit the rim at first, I didn't think it had a chance. I'd like to see that one again. We may. 18.6 seconds on the clock. Model leads it 11-3 after that three-pointer made by Javia Samples. And we get ready for Pepperell to inbound the ball here in just a couple of moments inside Woodard Gymnasium. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Harris, or Smith rather. They go underneath, shot off the glass, won't go. Samantha Betts has got the ball, 10 seconds. Shot clock is dark. Here comes Mathis off the glass. Goes off the side of the rim, stolen away after it was rebounded by Pepperell. Minshew came out with it.
Walked.
And a walk.
And if Pepperell wants to get a shot off, it's going to have to be a quick one and from long distance.
Indeed, ball is stolen away. Samples fires at the buzzer, and it's just over the rim, and that is the end of the first quarter. Model has the lead at the end of 1. Your score, Model 11, Pepperell 3. We're back for the second quarter after a 1-minute timeout.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
I got a message. We were talking earlier about what would the tiebreaker be in the event of a tie at the end of the season. I'll give you an answer in a second. But right now, Pepperell's got the ball trailing 11-3 to Model here at Woodard Gymnasium. And with the ball currently is Smith. Dribbles off towards the right wing side, being guarded very tightly by Pointer. She'll switch. Zoe Edge has got the ball. Now gets it to Varsity Stroud, puts it off the glass, and it rattles off the front of the rim. But Doug Cannon sent me a message and said that he was told that it would be margin of victory that would be the tiebreaker in this particular region. I think they handle it differently in different regions. So thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shot off the glass from August Betts is missed. Stroud came out with the ball. It's tipped out of bounds, and it's coming back to Pepperell. So Pepperell fires it in. Zoe Edge has got it, sends it across, tried to, stolen away. Sanders puts it off the glass and through.
The press giving them problems all of a sudden.
Now they try to work around it. They do pass out of it. Zoe Edge lost it though right as she got across the timeline. Sasha Wood bounced pass to Sanders off the glass and through.
Timeout for Pepperell. What a great find there by Wood. Perfect bounce pass. Hit Sanders in stride for an easy layup, and Model getting a little separation here.
So the turnover bug kind of biting Pepperell there, and like you mentioned, a really good sequence there in terms of scoring. A couple quick buckets from Sanders. We're going to keep it here through this break, but we've got 6:59 left to go here in the second quarter, and Model is really kind of methodically starting to build a pretty good lead here. They're up 15-3. You saw Pepperell in that first quarter really hanging tough, and they were getting some good looks.
Yes.
But at the same time, they just could not get the shots to fall. Only had the one field goal there on the three from Sarah Harris. If they could have made a couple of those buckets, we might be singing a different tune right now. But right now, Model's starting to hit some shots, get some turnovers, and building some momentum early in the game.
And it's a key point in the game, too. If Pepperell's going to stay in this thing, they can't allow this lead to balloon any further. So a good timeout by Coach Clater to regroup and see if they can find a way to break this press. And continue doing the good things they have been doing in the half-court offense especially.
Going to have some Georgia Tech men's basketball on the radio on WLAQ tomorrow. The Yellow Jackets host the number 25 ranked team in the country. The Louisville Cardinals come to town, and I hate to admit it, but I don't think it's going to go well for the Jackets. Airtime is 3:15. Tip-off is at 3:45. Tune it in. Hear Andy Demetro. It'll be fun. So Edge has got the ball on the right wing side. Surveys the floor here for the Lady Dragons. They need a bucket big time. Here's House with it, being guarded by Pointer. She'll back out. Now they'll switch, and Javia Samples is out there with her now. Pointer is going to be on Hannah Smith, who's got the ball. Going to send it up top. Starts to work underneath, gives it House. She'll back up. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Got to work fast. Heaves it towards the bucket. It goes off the side of the backboard, and that's a turnover.
Yeah, great defensive possession there for Model. Some good switch defense and forcing Caitlin House to just take a bad shot.
I mean, as we talked about earlier in the game, Pepperell's getting some looks, but the adjustments that Model has made have been really effective against Pepperell's attack. Javia with the ball, drives underneath off the glass, misses the shot. Ball is going to be poked out of bounds, and it's staying with, nope, it's going to Pepperell.
Okay. Strong take there by Samples.
So they will try to heave it into a cutting House into the lane, try to get a quick bucket. Almost did. It goes off the front of the rim, though.
Gutsy baseball-style pass there, and House almost got the layup.
Samples for three, and that goes high off the rim, and a whistle and a foul.
And they got House with the foul.
And so that was on the floor. So Model will inbound the ball, leading it 15-3 with 5:56 left to go in the first half, playing against Pepperell here at home in a region game. Sasha Wood triggers it in motion, sends it up top to Eva Pointer, gets it to Samples, crisp pass inside to Betts off the glass and through.
Yeah,
wow.
she took some contact going. I thought they might give her an and one opportunity, but a really nice take by August Betts.
And what a pass there from Samples. Zoe Edge, ball is deflected by Model. Betts trying to track it down, rolls behind her and out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Pepperell. And so the Lady Dragons get ready to inbound the ball here from the near sidelines into the backcourt. Hannah Smith. House is going to check out of the game. Checking in for Pepperell is going to be Kristen Cordell. They inbound to Zoe Edge in the backcourt. She brings it across the midcourt stripe. Tries to work around a screen by Cordell. Now goes back up top to Cordell. Sends it left wing side. Picked off by Eva Pointer. One-on-one underneath. Drives in and too strong. Goes off the front of the rim.
Great anticipation there by Pointer, cutting in the passing lane.
Zoe Edge with it, has her pocket picked by Sasha Wood, just stripped her of the ball. Here's Samples after the pass from Wood, and it rattles in. She draws the contact and has a three-point opportunity here.
Yeah, nice transition defense there. Wood with the steal and the dish. She finds Samples. Samples takes it up strong, gets the contact, gets it to drop, and now has this opportunity.
Shot on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim, rattles off the front of the rim and out of bounds. It was last touched by Model, so Pepperell will inbound the ball here with 5:06 left to go in the second quarter. And by the way, Model has built a 16-point, 19-3 lead in this one.
Currently on an 11-0 run.
Smith across the center court stripe, sends it left to try to fire it underneath. It was deflected by Pointer. Betts came out with it. Sasha Wood with the ball, motors across the center court stripe, and then she'll back up and reset the offense, directing traffic, sends it to Sanders. Shot from the free throw line, rattles in, and Sanders now with 8 points, Ian.
And Sanders found herself, she turned around and was wide open at 13 feet. And she's pretty deadly from that range.
So the run grows to 13 points. Pepperell on the other end, 3 ball in the air, caroms over the rim and out of bounds. Caitlin House is going to sub back into the game here for Pepperell's Sarah Harris. And Pepperell is about to inbound the ball as it was deflected out of bounds by Model. August Betts checks out. Onto the floor is Janai Caldwell here for Model. Inbound pass is going to go to House, who drives in, gets blocked by Sanders. And here comes Sasha Wood after picking up the ball off the glass and through. Pretty easy layup for Wood.
And the turnover machine has ramped up here. The Devils have turned them over 6 times already in this quarter by my count.
And right now, Model's out to a 20-point lead. 23-3 is your score. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Zoe Edge to House underneath and scores.
Oh. The end finally runs for Pepperell. That was quite a drought between baskets.
Model with the ball on the left wing side. They go to Wood. Now around to Samples. Lobs it to Sanders. Puts up the shot off the side of the backboard. And the rebound goes to House and Pepperell. Hannah Smith across the timeline for Pepperell, sends it up top to Zoe Edge, works towards the right wing side. Now it's going to dribble towards the lane, spins around, tries to get it to the rim, sails over the rim, and House picks it up, sends it back outside. 3 ball in the air, and that one's going to miss everything. Kept in bounds though, shots up, missed. Pointer comes out with the ball for Model. Interesting sequence there.
Yeah. I thought Smith did a good job creating her shot, just didn't hit it.
Sanders for 3 and through.
Deadly. Cam Sanders, another big night for the freshman.
Oh, having a whale of a basketball game. Currently Sanders has got 11 points in the ball game. House with it for Pepperell, drives baseline, puts up the shot off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. I think Sanders
got it last. I think a couple of subs into the game. Jada Wells and Addie Mathis are in. Pointer and Samples will go take a seat.
And so you're going to see Sarah Harris inbound the ball here for Pepperell. They trail 26-5, a 21-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Model. Ball is stolen away on the inbound pass by Jada Wells, who you just mentioned just came in off the bench. Here is Sasha Wood on the left wing side, dribbles back up towards the top of the key, gives it to the right wing side, and Mathis back up to Wood for 3. Just missed off the back of the rim.
Yeah, confident look.
Zoe Edge with the ball, spins around, being guarded by Sasha Wood. Wood is all over her. She'll drive, tries to heave it towards the bucket, gets fouled.
I think they got Caldwell with that one. No, they got Wood. Okay.
So we're going to see Zoe Edge going to the free throw line. And Ian, this is the first free throw attempts we'll have seen from Pepperell in the game so far. We haven't seen a lot of free throws tonight.
No, I think only 3 for Model so far, and these will be the first. Or did they call that on the floor?
No, they must have. Initially, she had gone to the free throw line, but anyway, we got a timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:23 left to go in the half. Model's up, though, 26-5, a 21-point lead when we come back in 30 seconds.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214.
Pepperell to inbound the ball, trailing 26-5. They get it into Stroud, kicks it out to Edge, who's being guarded by Mathis. Will put up the three. That one's off the front of the rim. Tracking down the rebound is Wells for Model, and the tie-up's going to be forced by Stroud. Possession arrows with the Blue Devils.
Yeah, good job there with the double team off the rebound. And Stroud and Edge collapsed down and forced the tie-up.
So Pepperell has not been able to put any points on the board in this second quarter. Samantha Betts fires it underneath to Caldwell, kept her pivot foot on the floor just barely. They send it up top to Wells, fires it left wing side to Caldwell, trying to get a look for her underneath to Wells. And that is too strong. Ball is going to ricochet out of bounds.
Great look there by Caldwell. She split the defenders. And as soon as the other Pepperell Dragon stepped to her, she found Wells underneath the basket. Couldn't get it to fall.
Zoe Edge is going to take a rare break here. They need her on the floor for sure. Ball gets loose, goes into the backcourt, picked up by Pepperell. They fire it underneath, trying to get a quick look established here. It's off the side of the rim. It won't go, and it's going to be picked up by Caldwell, a Model.
And they're going to get Sarah Harris with the foul there.
Letting a little bit of frustration show there, I believe. And so Model will inbound the ball into the backcourt. They get it to Samantha Betts, who's going to bring it up the floor across the M, crosses the midcourt strike, works it to the left wing side. Caldwell tries to pass it into the lane. The ball's going to be kicked. And so it'll stay with Model. They get ready to inbound the ball beside the Pepperell bench on their side of the floor. Caldwell to trigger it in motion, surveys the floor. She's going to send it over to Addie Mathis, who's now at the top of the key. Starts to dribble towards the lane, feeds it back out to Samantha Betts. Back around to Mathis, lob underneath. Gets it to Howard, now on to Caldwell, who drives baseline, puts up the shot too strong, but Wells is there for the rebound. And here comes Samantha Betts with the ball from three-point land, drives in and tries to get it to the rim, can't. Here's Mathis after the pass and misses the shot. Ball is loose on the floor, kept in bounds to Samantha Betts by a Pepperell player. Now Betts with the ball on the left wing side, bounces it up to Janiah Caldwell, back to Betts. It's been an interesting possession to say the least. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Model's got to make a move here. Here is Howard, and gets fouled on her way up.
Nice job there on Model. It was frenetic there for a few moments. Ball was just ping-ponging around back and forth between each team, but Model reset there, got things going in the half-court offense. That was a nice find to Howard.
Here's Janiah Caldwell with a long two, and it's in.
Confident pull-up jumper from Caldwell.
Absolutely, nothing but net on the shot. Good-looking shot, and Pepperell with the ball on the other end with 35 seconds to go in the half. Launches the three. It's missed. Tipped out of bounds by Pepperell.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be Model for a second.
I thought so.
But Mathis will inbound the ball with 30 seconds, and the shot clock is dark. Coach Brent Bell giving us the thumbs up there. One of the assistant coaches for the boys team and offensive coordinator for the football team here at Model. Here is Howard, sends it up top to Jai Caldwell. Going to send it over to Samantha Betts. Bounce pass underneath. Gets it to Howard. Ball squirts loose. It'll be picked up by House, who's going to bring it up the floor for Pepperell, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, absolutely. A hard foul there by Caldwell to prevent House from getting a run out. With 4.7 seconds left, Pepperell will have to get down the court and get a shot up pretty quickly.
And right now, Smith is going to send it in. Drives across the lane. Smith with the ball. Little runner off the glass and off the rim. It will not go. And our score at halftime, Ian, the Model Blue Devils dominated the first half more or less with a score of 28-5. So a 23-point lead for Model's got to feel pretty good going into the locker room.
Yeah, able to get some separation. It was a slow start offensively, but Model really kind of settled in and found their footing, especially in the half court. I really liked the execution that they've had. A lot of good movement. Ball movement's been great, and players slashing to the basket, getting some easy looks.
And, as far as defense is concerned there for Model, in the first quarter, you saw some really good looks there for Pepperell, some adjustments there for Model's defense. And when you look at the scorebook, they held Pepperell to a field goal, one in each of the quarters of the basketball game.
Yeah.
So that's just a great effort there for Model. But anyway, 28-5 is your score at halftime. Model on top. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back with a halftime show after a 3-minute break. We'll return.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Hola. Hold up. Hold up.
Welcome back in, everybody. It's now time for our halftime show here of live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ of Model Basketball, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And we're glad to be with you tonight. It was a successful first half of basketball for the folks in blue tonight, as Model, by the time we got to the end of the first half, would lead it going into the locker room 28-5. Took a little bit of time to get the rhythm going offensively, but the shots really started to fall, I guess, kind of late there in the first quarter, and continued to do so in the second quarter for the Lady Devils. And again, they were able to put together a 28-5 lead. Here's how it would break down quarter by quarter. Model would have the lead 11-3 at the end of the first quarter. By the time we got to the end of the second quarter, they would have outscored Pepperell 17-2 in the second quarter of the ball game, and were able to bust it wide open to lead it at halftime 28-5. The scoring for Pepperell, they would pick up 2 points from Caitlin House in the second quarter. In the first quarter, Sarah Harris would knock down a three-point shot, and that was all the scoring from them in the first half. Meanwhile, for the Lady Devils, they would would have 6 players that would score points there in the first half of the game. 2 points apiece for Addie Mathis and Janiah Caldwell, both off the bench in the game. Then you would have 2 points apiece for August Betts and Eva Pointer, starters in the game. Javia Samples would notch 9 points, pretty evenly spread between the first and second quarter. But Ian, the leading scorer of the game, and just had really a whale of a first half of the game, particularly in terms of her scoring there in that second quarter of the game. Scored 2 points from free throws in the first quarter, really turned it on in the second quarter. Cam Sanders would knock down 3 field goals, and then another would knock down a 3, so she would have 4 made shots there in that second quarter for a total of 11 points. She had a heck of a first half.
Yeah, absolutely stepping up, but I like the way that the scoring's been distributed so far, and you're seeing great ball movement in the half court. They've gotten some easy buckets in transition off of these turnovers as they continue to pressure Pepperell's guards and get out and run with it. But really impressed with Model's movement in the half court.
I agree 100%, and I've been super impressed with the game plan that Pepperell came into with the game and the way that they've executed and played. The effort in the game plan have certainly been there, but unfortunately for Pepperell, this is a Model team that has some really talented players, a lot of depth on the bench, a lot of experience playing in big games, and it's just one of those situations where Pepperell's just outmatched in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pepperell's guards for the most part have handled the pressure pretty well. They went through a stretch there in that middle section of the second quarter where the turnovers just kept pouring on, and that's when Model really seemed to pull away in this ball game. But the first quarter especially, I thought the Dragons came out and executed really well. They just weren't getting the shots to fall, but they were staying in it on defense and creating some good looks on the offensive end.
I agree 100%. Let's go ahead and take one more quick break, but you're listening or watching live coverage of Model basketball here on WLAQ or the Northwest Georgia Media live feed. And right now, Model's up at halftime. 28-5 is the score. We're going to come back for the second half after we take a 2.5-minute break down the line. We'll be back in 2.5.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP Lithium-Ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP Lithium-Ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Well, Pepperell set to send it in motion as we are now officially underway with the third quarter and the second half of this basketball game. Model leads it 28-5. Pepperell with possession of the basketball. With it right now is Smith. Going to send it right wing side to Stroud. Sends the three in the air, misses the shot. House tracks down the rebound and gets the reverse layup.
Yeah, nice rebound by House, and then she used good leverage there to get the reverse off, kissed it off the glass and in.
Model now with the ball, leading at 28-7, so a good start to the half here for Pepperell. Model trying to answer on the other end. Betts is going to send it up top to Sanders. Fires it left wing side, gets it to Sasha Wood. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. They get it to Samples, now to Betts. She'll drive into the lane, puts up the little floater, and that one is going to be missed, but Sanders gets the rebound and the putback.
A nice flash to the center of the paint there by Betts. Couldn't get that one to fall, but Sanders gets the offensive rebound and then was challenged on the shot, but still had the strength to get it up there and off the glass.
Sanders now increases her totals to 13 points in the game. Model leads at 30-7. And Ian, anytime Pepperell's had something good happen in the game, Model's answered right back right away. Yeah. Here's Zoe Edge into the lane. Ball picked up after the turnover. Sasha Woods got it, goes coast to coast, drives in, and gets fouled.
Yes, get to the free throw line.
So she is going to go to the stripe here for the first time of the basketball game. And again, we really haven't seen very many free throw attempts for either team in this one.
No, but a good job there by Wood.
So Sasha Wood at the line for two. Gets ready to take her first shot, goes through her routine, puts it up, and that one's off the front of the rim, so it will not go.
Model 2 for 4 on the night from the free throw line, collectively, 50%.
Second shot on the way from Wood. That one's off the side of the rim.
Now it's out the window.
It's getting a little harder now, Ian. I'm out.
Yep, me too, bailing out.
Hannah Smith across the timeline, sends it right wing side, handles the pass, launches the three. It's too strong, and it goes out of bounds. Who last touched it? It looks like it was Model.
Well, the ball did not draw the rim, so that deflected off of a Model player and out of bounds.
And so Smith sends it in motion to Edge on the left wing side, launches the three, high off the rim. Stroud with the putback, won't go. Edge with a great effort to try to get the rebound, and it was poked out of bounds by Edge, so it's going to come back to Model.
Pepperell picking up with a little full court pressure.
Trying to steal a possession here from the Lady Devils, and they lob it across to Samples, fires it, trying to get it to Pointer, and the ball is stolen away on the pass. It's good defense there by Pepperell. House with it on the left wing side, had two players on her instantly, so bails out and gives it to Edge, who drives in, misses the layup, and the rebound goes to Betts. She gets fouled.
Good job there by Betts on the rebound. High point in the ball. She had three Dragons come in and converge on her.
And they got House with that foul, so I've got her with two.
Edge has two as well. Something to keep an eye on.
Model is able to pass around the pressure. Pointer is just going to take it all the way in, misses the shot. Here's the putback from Betts. It will not go. Stolen back away after the rebound was picked up by Pepperell, but they missed the shot, and Pepperell gets it right back. House off the glass, too strong, and Sanders gets the rebound. Sanders crossed the midcourt stripe. Wood for three off the side of the rim. Whew. And House got the rebound, a little bit of contact there, so there's a whistle blown by the official.
And they'll get Samples with the block. Frantic pace out there, up and down the court there.
So Pepperell set to inbound the basketball as Smith is going to send it into Edge, and Edge gives it right back to Smith, who will bring it up the floor. Smith dribbles across the midcourt stripe, greeted by Eva Pointer, who got her hands in there immediately. And I thought that she'd tip the ball, but it's backcourt on Pepperell.
Smith thought so too. She agreed with you and was arguing, pleading her case with the official. You got to be careful there. She must have done it in a pretty polite manner. Didn't draw the technical.
Samples has got it on the left wing side, starts to work, gets it to Sanders, kicks it out to Wood for three off the top of the rim. Edge for the long rebound. And so Pepperell will bring it back the other way. They heave it across to House on the right wing side, trying to create a quick look, but the defense was there very quickly. Here's House trying to send it back to Smith. Hipped it into the front court and into the hands of Wood for Model. Bounces it left wing side to Samples, drives in, little runner, and rattles through.
Nice take by Samples.
And you know, Sample is having a really good offensive night. She's got 11 points tonight for Model.
Pepperell's going to take a timeout.
Let's take it as well. 4:30 left to go, third quarter. Model 32, Pepperell 7. We're back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Welcome back in, everybody, inside Woodard Gymnasium. To be more specific, we're at the home of the Blue Devils, Model High School, bringing you some high school hoops. And it's hard to believe that this time next week we're going to be ushering in the last night of the regular season for high school basketball for the Model Lady Devils and the Model Blue Devils.
Goes by in a hurry.
Going to be senior night this time next week against Temple, so we should have a couple really great matchups there. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be a special night here, obviously, for the seniors and their families, and probably an emotional night for a lot of them too, I would imagine. But looking forward to that. It's a week from today.
And that's number 3 on Zoe Edge.
So I would imagine she'll have to take a seat here in just a minute.
I don't know if they can afford to not have her on the floor if they're going to get back in it.
That's a good point. Sasha Wood, Cam Sanders, now over to Betts. Pressure here from Pepperell, and Model just able to get across the midcourt stripe in time. Wood sends it over to Samples. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to send it to Sanders at the free throw line where it's money.
And that's been the recipe all night. Pepperell's been playing this zone, and Model keeps flashing one of the bigs to the free throw line. That's where the entry pass goes, and then they've left them open to shoot it a lot in these last 2 quarters.
And Sanders seems to make it just about every time from there. There's a long 3 ball for Edge is missed, and Sanders is there for the rebound. Going to send it down to Wood, drives in and rolls in.
Sanders finds Wood in transition. Wood went uncontested and able to finish.
And so Model's up by 29 now, 3:25 left to go, stolen away. Here's Samples all alone, should be an easy layup, and it is.
And Pepperell will take another timeout.
And we'll take another one too. 3:19 left to go in the third quarter. Model's up 38-7, biggest lead of the game when we come back in 30 seconds.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Lady Devils starting to pour it on here in the third quarter. They have outscored Pepperell in this quarter so far 10-2, and the score is now 38-7. Model's got their biggest lead of the game. Pepperell with the ball across the timeline after the timeout, trying to make something positive happen. Edge has got it on the right wing side with 3 fouls in the game. Going to send it out to House. Starts to work inside, loses the handle, but Pepperell's able to retain possession. 3 ball off the side of the backboard and into the hands of Samples, and then Edge comes in and picks up her 4th foul.
And I imagine she will sit this time. I say that.
Oh.
She's staying on the floor.
Sarah Harris, or Harris checked out. No, that was not Harris. That was Brinkley Wheat.
Harris is back in.
There you go. And so Sanders set to inbound the ball here for Model. They lead at 38-7. So a big lead, 31 points here with 2:48 remaining in the third quarter. And Addie Mathis with the ball, sends it up top to Sanders. Sasha Wood directing traffic here for the Lady Devils. Now works her way to the right wing, gives it to Mathis, lobs it underneath, trying to get it inside that zone to Pointer, and there's a foul.
I think they got that one on Cordell.
As we see Jada Wells get ready to check back into the game for Model. 2 substitutions here for Pepperell as Wheat checks back in and Stroud as well.
Pointer takes the seat for Model as Wells comes into the game. Oh, some free throws?
Evidently so.
Are you looking forward to any basketball games tomorrow?
Well, definitely. Obviously, I'll check in on Georgia Tech. Louisville, being a Georgia Tech fan, I don't think I'm going to like what I see. I hate to say that, be negative. But been a tough season for the Jackets. Obviously, Duke, North Carolina, even though I think this is one of those years where I feel Duke's got the upper hand in a pretty significant way. First shot from Pointer is through, and normally you can throw the records out the window, but this year just doesn't feel that way to me.
Yeah. You never know in that series, though.
That's true. Second shot from Pointer off the back of the rim, but that Duke team is special.
Yeah, I agree.
And North Carolina's got a few missing pieces this year. They just don't look like what you used to seeing with North Carolina. Right wing side for Pepperell. The ball is picked free, and here comes Model with it down the other side of the floor. Betts has got the ball, bounces underneath the Mathis. Player on the floor for Pepperell. Shot on the way. That's off the back of the rim. It won't go, and the rebound goes to Pepperell.
Yeah. Sanders had a good look from three.
But I have to tell you, last weekend was certainly a great weekend for college basketball. I was glued to it. Stolen away by Mathis. Here for Model, they'll drive down the other way. Mathis off the glass, and it rolls in.
I got to watch Florida beat Georgia for the 12th straight time last Saturday.
Wow.
So, I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Absolutely. Watched a double overtime thriller with Houston beating Kansas at Kansas, and then watched Auburn in a rock fight with Tennessee. It was a great weekend for college basketball. Stolen away by Betts. August Betts bounce pass underneath to Sasha Wood. She'll slow it up, kick it out. There's Wood. Thought about the three, drives in, and gets fouled on her way up.
Strong take there by Wood off the pump fake. She comes up a little bit gimpy. It was an entertaining rock fight between Auburn and Tennessee.
Definitely.
Certainly a defensive battle, but it was close all the way, and super entertaining game.
Sasha Wood ready for 2 free throw attempts here. Is 0 for 2, and that's going to be 0 for 3. Misses the first one. And then, of course, Miles Kelly, who played at Georgia Tech last year, hits the game winner for Auburn in that game. Happy for that young man.
Yeah, just wish he was still wearing the white and gold.
And I have to admit, I'm on the Auburn bandwagon, have been for a few years now. They are fun to watch. Second shot is good. First make from the free throw line for Sasha Wood.
I can't say Bruce Pearl's a bad coach. The guy wins ball games. Not a fan, but he's done great things at Auburn when it comes to turning that program around.
I love him. I love his enthusiasm, his energy. 42-7, Model is leading it. 1:11 left to go in the third quarter. House for three, and that's off the back of the iron. Wells is there for the rebound for Model. And now they'll heave it down to Burns. Drives, puts it up, and in. Shake off the defender there with the fake and makes the shot.
Nice shot for Burns.
So Miriam Burns, the senior, gets a bucket here late in the third quarter. Model is out to a 44-7 lead. Pepper with the ball, going to drive the lane, and I think she slid her pivot foot there. Yep, she did. And so, go ahead.
Yeah, with 40 seconds left, it looks like Model's only going to give up 1 field goal in each quarter so far. Impressive defensive effort.
Oh, indeed. That's a heck of a stat line, no question about it. You got to tip your cap here to this Pepperell team. The effort has certainly been there.
Yeah.
But this is a really good Model team. Here comes Betts across the timeline, looks off to the left, now drives right, picks up her dribble, sends it over to Addie Mathis on the left wing. Mathis with the ball, under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball rolls out of bounds. Coach Eccles picks it up, and Model will get ready to inbound in front of their own bench. Inbound pass is deflected out of bounds by House. 28 seconds left to go here in the quarter. And Savannah Minshew, the freshman, get ready to inbound the ball right in front of the Model bench here for Model. Going to bounce it in to Samantha Betts. Betts will dribble up towards the top of the key. Now going to drive into the lane, puts up the little floater, and it's through.
Nice take by Samantha Betts. Little pump fake, little sidestep crossover.
And she drew the contact, so she's got a three-point opportunity here for her team. There's a young man walking by right now. It's got a Florida Gator sweatshirt on.
You don't see that too much in these parts.
Figured I'd point that out there.
I got to appreciate my fellow Gators.
Shot on the way is through. She does, in fact, convert the three-point play.
The lead is ballooned to 40 points for Model.
22 seconds and the shot clock off here for Pepperell. House with it on the right wing side, and that's a blocking foul.
Just kind of hand checked her there. House is a tough guard.
So 17.1 seconds on the clock, a 40-point lead for Model, up 47-7. Pepperell will survey the floor, ready to send it in motion. And that is Stroud. Shot off the glass is not through for House. Rebound is going to go to Model. Pass underneath the Minshew, drives baseline, reverse layup, and it's through. Savannah Minshew knocks it down with a great move.
And that's with the assist.
Shot at the buzzer off the mark, and that's the end of the third quarter. Model's going to lead it 49-7 as we get ready for what should be a shortened fourth quarter of the ball game. Let's send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Nine players have scored here for Model in this game. Two leading scorers in the game for Model in double digits. 15 points for Cam Sanders and 13 for Javia Sample. It's been a great team effort. And as you mentioned, they have held Pepperell to 3 field goals. Here's a shot, a little off the mark there for Mathis. Tracked down, though, by Caldwell for the rebound. Ball is going to be stolen away by Pepperell and knocked out of bounds immediately. Stay with Pepperell.
Pepperell's done a real good job collapsing on the bigs down there on the block.
And Ian, Model would outscore Pepperell in the third quarter 21-2.
Impressive quarter.
Gonna lob it over to Edge on the left wing side. Edge with the ball, fakes the pass to left wing, gives it up top to Stroud, sends it left wing side, drives towards the lane, and that is an offensive foul, I do believe.
I think they carry good bets on that one. She stepped outside the paint, so she was kind of outside. I don't know. It was close. Bang, bang play.
Going to the free throw line is going to be Sarah Harris, and believe it or not, folks, these will be the first free throw attempts in the game for Pepperell. First one is going to be missed. Second one coming up here for Sarah Harris. We've got a shortened fourth quarter to 6 minutes, so we've got 5:22 left to go in the game. Second shot on the way, that one's off the rim. So 2 misses from the free throw line. The ball's poked out of bounds by Pepperell, so Model will get ready to work it up the floor.
How are your Jacksonville Gamecocks doing?
They're doing really well.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they have got a share of first place of Conference USA with a couple other teams. They picked up a win yesterday at home against FIU. They play Liberty tomorrow. That'll be a good matchup. There's a pass to the right wing side to Caldwell. Howard now going to send it up top to a cutting Betts. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound picked up by Stroud. Pepperell tries to go the other way. Stolen away by Samples, though. Here comes Mathis. Puts up the jump shot and through. Boy, she's feeling it tonight.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Had a few nice buckets in this game. But yeah, Jacksonville State, you're asking me about them. They've got a guard that came over from Wichita State. His name is Jerron Pierre Jr. And he's a good player.
Fun to watch.
Really good player.
Are they at home tomorrow? Or are they?
They're home.
I'm surprised you're not headed that way.
I am headed that way. They have not lost a home game this year. Shot on the way, and Karams over the rim for Edge. Model comes out with the rebound. Nice pass to Mathis. One-on-one underneath. Shakes up the defender and scores off the backboard. Addie Mathis.
Have yourself a night, Addie Mathis. Woo. Great find from Caldwell, and Mathis goes in, takes the contact, hits the layup, and will have a chance to polish it off with the coveted and one.
Old-fashioned three-point opportunity here for Mathis as a sub comes into the game here for Pepperell. That's going to be Sana Evans, the sophomore. And checking out will be Bryce-Eddie Stroud. And again, Mathis at the free throw line. Her first attempt is through. And she's just seeing the basket very well tonight. All right, across the timeline goes Hannah Smith. She's going to send it left wing side, trying to get it to Edge, but the pass sails on her and goes out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils.
We'll see some wholesale changes here from Model.
Zakiah Diamond is into the game for the first time here for Model. Everybody else we've seen at some point during the game tonight. Model going to send it to Diamond in the right wing side, kept it in bounds, but coming out with it is Smith for Pepperell. By the way, Model leads at 54-7. We got 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Boys game coming up shortly after this one. Lob pass right wing side, House for three, and that one's going to be a little too strong. Rebound picked up by Mathis. Lady Devils back the other way with it. Caldwell takes the pass, going to send it across. Diamond, two ball in the air is through.
Good looking shot from Diamond.
Zakiah Diamond into the scorebook. Now you've got, I think, 10 players that have scored for Model. House lost the handle, ends up on the floor. There was a whistle from the official.
Get the foul on the floor.
I'll have 3 subs into the game here for Pepperell. I'll give you their names in a couple of moments. One of them is Piper Hillis.
Gloria McGinnis. I didn't see the other. Is that 10?
Alexa Stroud, I believe. We've seen her once before in the game. It goes to Stroud up top. They're going to send it left wing side to McGinnis. Now into the corner over to Hillis. Back up top they go. Wheat's got the ball. Now around to the top of the key. 3:15 left to go in the ball game. Pepperell with the basketball. They send it out around the right wing side, trying to find an open look. It has been difficult against this Model defense for much of the game. Stolen away, and Zakiah Diamond's eyes got big. She saw a wide open Jada Wells cutting towards the basket all alone and kind of sailed the pass, and it went out of bounds.
Just a little too much heat on the frying pan right there. Got away from her.
Sometimes you see an opportunity, get a little excited, get a little out of control, and that was one of those situations. But Pepperell will get the ball back. They'll bring it back the other way. We're officially under 3 minutes to go in this one, and it's been all Model for much of this game. Ball is stolen away by Betts, and a jump ball is forced. Nearly stolen away by Betts, I guess I should say.
Yep, we'll stay with Pepperell.
Got the boys coming up, and going to have a big crowd here for this.
Yeah, I mean, they're standing room only.
Pepperell set to inbound the ball. They're going to feed it in, get it to McGinnis. McGinnis fires it towards the near side, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's coming back to Model.
Well, have you ordered your wings for the Super Bowl? I mean, what's your go-to there?
You know, man, I really haven't given it any thought yet. I was really just trying to get over the fact of the matchup, to be honest with you. Wells is going to send it underneath, trying to get it to Diamond. It's picked off. Pepperell's going to come back the other way. I'm like you. I was hoping for the Commanders and the Bills, but we get the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Well, the wings taste the same no matter what.
That's true.
You know. And the commercials are always entertaining. I think we're going to get a good ball game. I just not a fan of either of these teams.
I'll be rooting for the Eagles, and it takes a lot for me to do that.
Me too.
I've got Chiefs fatigue. I try not to be a hater, but I'm ready for something different. Pepperell drags and got the ball, and really it's more Kelsey fatigue. Here comes Minshew driving. Ooh. Gets fouled hard underneath the basket.
McGinnis gets the foul. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I'd also like to see Jalen Hurts. I just think his story, and he's a class act. So while I might not be an Eagles fan, I can be happy for him if he gets a ring.
Well, first shot coming from Minshew, and as a Florida Gator fan, I certainly wasn't imagining that it was because there's 6 or 7 Georgia Bulldogs on the Eagles team.
Yeah, that honestly hadn't made me dislike the Eagles anymore. I've never liked the Eagles much either, but if I had to pick a team to root for in this one, I'll go for Philadelphia.
Minshew makes both free throws, by the way, and Model is up by 50 points. 57-7 is your score. 2:08 left in this one. Pepperell with the ball and a whistle and a foul underneath.
Did they get the walk?
I guess so.
Yeah, I thought it looked like she took a step too many.
So Model will bring it up the floor. With it is Samantha Betts, the 5'5" freshman, across the timeline. Dribbles off to the left wing side. Is going to leave it for Diamond. Diamond sends it to Minshew at the free throw line, drives in, kicks it out, trying to get Diamond open, and she shuffles her feet. Get ready for Alana Penn to check into the game for the first time for the Model Lady Devils. So Pepperell across the timeline with 1:48 left to go, and Samantha Betts with a deflection out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pepperell.
I imagine the pickup games in the Betts driveway are pretty competitive.
I bet they are. I wonder if Ballard gets involved in that.
I bet he does.
He was a good high school basketball player back in the day. We're going to see this Alexa Stroud going to the free throw line here for Pepperell. Rare free throw attempts here for Pepperell in this game, and that one's off the front of the rim. These are the 3rd and 4th attempts of the ball game for Pepperell. Second one on the way is through. That's the first make from the stripe. Cuts it to 57-8. 1:40 left to go here in the ball game. Betts sends it to the left wing side, gets it to Minshew. Now to Burns, right wing side to Betts. Samantha is going to leave it off for Penn, puts it up, goes off the bottom rim, and she gets fouled though.
Yep. Trying to make up for that lack of free throws in the game here in the last couple of minutes.
Indeed. So Penn has got 2 and has an opportunity to put another Model Lady Devil in the scorebook for tonight if she can make one or both. First shot on the way from Penn is off the front of the rim, just a little bit flat. And she'll get ready for her second free throw. Goes through a routine, bounces it on the floor with one hand a couple of times and puts it up. And that one is going to rattle through, so she's in the scorebook.
Another Lady Devil getting the bucket.
1:24 left to go in the game. Model back to a 50-point lead. Shot off the glass and through by Alexa Stroud, her first field goal of the game. The first field goal for Pepperell in the 4th quarter. Model bounce pass to a cutting. Wow. Minshew misses the shot. What a feed by Betts. Minshew comes out with the ball, now dribbles up top. Diamond with it, going to send it back over to Minshew. Now Samantha Betts has it, resets the offense with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Minshew from the corner drives in, gives it to Diamond, shot from the free throw line and through.
Diamond converts another mid-range jumper.
40 seconds to go in this one. Model with their biggest lead. Stolen away. Betts has got it. Transition opportunity, and it rattles in.
Model's dominance has continued here late in the fourth quarter.
24 seconds. The shot clock is off for the rest of the game, obviously. And Stroud with it, picks it up, sends it left wing side, gets it to McGinnis. McGinnis is covered up, trapped. Penn comes out with the ball after stealing the pass. Samantha Bett sends it to Minshew on the left wing side. She'll back up, being advised not to shoot and hold the ball for the remaining seconds of the ball game. And that is the end of the game. Model dominates, winning the game 62-10 over the Pepperell Lady Dragons. And we're going to send it back to the studio for a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back and we'll let you know the scoring there from the game. But we're glad to have you with us. Congratulations again to the Model Lady Devils. They now improve to 18-5 on the regular season and 10-1 in region play. 62-10, your final score. Back in 3 minutes to recap. Well, before we recap our first game of the evening, we do want to congratulate the middle school teams, both the girls and the boys. I know if you're watching the video coverage, you got to see the presentation, but we were during a break during that. But the girls picked up the championship middle school this year. Their head coach is Jamie Skinner. One of the assistant coaches is Hazel Hall, but that's a four-peat for the girls, Ian. And for the boys, their head coach is Lindsey Fox. They just picked up the victory in the championship this year again. That was a five-peat for them.
Impressive.
So, and it was a close win there for the Model girls middle school basketball team over Darlington. And then it was a close win for the boys over on Murchie. I heard they were really good games. So congratulations to both those teams 4-peat for the girls, 5-peat for the boys. Wow, that's the future right there.
It is, and the state of model basketball is in good hands with these young players as they continue to win at the middle school level, and these are the up-and-comers who will be here to replace some of these seniors. And if you've watched these teams play, you know that there's balance and depth from the upper class down to the freshman class. You've got contributors, so it's good peace of mind to know for the people of Shannon that the talent will keep coming.
The future's so bright, you got to wear shades, man. Little 80s reference there for you. Well, let's break down the scoring there from our first game. Again, it was a dominant performance for the Model Lady Devils. They would pick up the 62-10 victory over Pepperell, and a region victory there for the Lady Devils to move to 10-1 in Region 6 Class A Division I. Here's how the scoring would break down for the Lady Dragons. They'd pick up 4 points from their leading scorer. That was Caitlin House. 3 points for Sarah Harris, and 3 points for Alexa Stroud, who scored her 3 points off the bench all in the fourth quarter of the game. And that was the points there for Pepperell over the course of the game. Meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, they would pick up 5 points from Samantha Betts, 9 from Addie Mathis. Janai Caldwell would have 2. Miriam Burge would also have 2. 3 for Sasha Wood, 2 points for August Betts, 4 points for Savannah Minshew, 3 points for Eva Pointer, 4 points for Zakiah Diamond, 1 point for Alana Penn, and then 2 players in double digits. You'd have 13 points for Javia Samples, and the leading scorer tonight was Cam Sanders. So you do the math on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players got into the scorebook.
Yeah.
There for Model in that basketball game. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's a fun night when your starters and regular rotation players get to sit on the bench and cheer on their teammates who contribute so much in practice, and they get an opportunity to go out and score in the game. It's always fun to watch, and a super supportive effort there from the entire roster of the Lady Devils.
And so with that said, Model has the regular season sweep of Pepperell and then also beat them in the tournament. So that's 3 victories for Model over Pepperell in this season on the girls' side. Now we start to turn our attention over to the boys' side. The Model Blue Devils and the Pepperell Dragons coming up in about 11 minutes. So what we're going to do now is take a timeout and wrap up our broadcast of the girls' side of things, and we'll come back, start our pregame for the boys. But we're glad to have you with us, whether you're listening on the live stream or you're listening on the radio. Again, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And we're going to send it back to the studio. Again, your final score, Model 62, Pepperell 10. Our nightcap is coming up between the Model Blue Devils and the Pepperell Dragons. We're back in 3 minutes.